Good evening, Louisa Rebgetz with ABC News. The state's corruption watchdog has found Queensland's Energy Minister may have behaved corruptly by deleting emails. The Crime and Corruption Commission has been investigating Mark Bailey and the use of a private email account containing more than 30,000 emails. Political reporter Josh Bavis joins us now. Josh, what did the findings mean?
Of investigation, the Crime and Corruption Commission released a statement late this afternoon. It found that there was enough evidence to raise a reasonable suspicion of corrupt conduct related to the potential destruction of public documents. The state's watchdog added that the minister may have broken the law under the Public Records Act. This investigation began after revelations Mark Bailey deleted his private Yahoo email account and along with it some 30,000 emails, many of them potentially relating to official business. Now, the Crime and Corruption Commission said while it couldn't find any evidence of corrupt conduct in the emails that it could retrieve, it's asked the state archivist to investigate further.
And Josh, how damaging is this for the Palaszczuk government?
Well, the Premier and the Minister have gone to ground tonight and are yet to comment. This certainly isn't a good look to have one of their ministers raked over the coals like this. The opposition has asked for him to be sacked, but there's no word yet whether he'll be forced to resign. Josh
Bavis at State Parliament. Well before the CCC's findings about Mark Bailey's emails, tensions were brewing over in State Parliament over a controversial regional jobs program. The opposition claims it's failing terribly short of delivering real jobs and used a budget estimates hearing to ask about its true benefit. More from Josh Bavis.
A prickly start for the Deputy Premier, who was in the hot seat this morning.
Please feel free to ask me a question.
Oh, I will, Jackie. Yes. I will.
In the firing line, the government's $181 million Works for Queensland program.
Do you, Deputy Premier, really believe that installing 3 rubbish bins in Townsville at the cost of $5,000 supports 2 jobs? The question was about rubbish bins in Townsville.
And Townsville, let me talk about Townsville.
Yeah, let's talk about Townsville.
The project is meant to kick-start council-based jobs in regional cities.
Well, so Deputy Premier, what about installing $20,000 worth of signage at a dog park? You've estimated that will create 3 jobs. Are those jobs full-time jobs?
As I said, I'm yet to meet one person who has rubbished this program.
It was touted to have supported more than 6,000 jobs last financial year. The opposition isn't buying it.
Does top dressing a sporting oval really support 5 jobs?
Now, if the member for Nanango wants to quote other members in this place in relation to what is a job and what is not a job, let me just remind the member for Nanango that 14,000 real jobs held by Queenslanders
Back to the topic,
in the last term.
With tensions high, the chairman called for both sides to cool it.
If you're going to keep this up, we'll go out down the back stairs and we'll have a talk about it. This is getting a little bit out of hand.
Even Joanne Miller wasn't pleased with the Deputy Premier's tone.
I think it's unparliamentary that I be referred to as somebody, and I am personally offended by that, and I'd ask that that be withdrawn.
Ms Miller had her own questions regarding concerns developers had scorched a forest in her electorate, which she thinks may have been illegal. Those questions were taken on notice. Josh Bavis, ABC News, Brisbane.